Broker accrual and invoicing is new in 2025 R1. So what is a broker fee? Broker fees are possibly you're selling grain or maybe it was feed products, and you use a broker to do that sale, or maybe even the purchase side. But let's say you use a broker to do to sell some of your product, and for each contract they give you, you owe them a certain amount of fee for each contract or each sale. So we have added that functionality now, the ability to accrue that broker fee and then later pay that broker fee in 2025 R1. Let's take a look at how we do that. First of all, we have setup. So we're going to click on the menus, the modules, go to Commodity Accounting, and go to Setup and Commodity Accounting Parameters. Under the Commodities tab, under the Contracts, you're going to see a new section called Broker Fees. And now, if you want to use this functionality, you can turn it on or off with this Enable Broker Accruals. So what that'll do, if you don't want to use it, you just turn it off and it won't accrue any broker fees. But if you want to accrue the broker fees and pay them later, you turn that feature on. For purposes of this demonstration, I have turned it on. The next setting is automatic post. And what that means is that when the system calculates a broker fee, it will automatically post an accrual to the system, and it will use this accrual journal here in the accrual journal and the approver and the profile as outlined here. So it'll automatically post that accrual to the general ledger. Also, there's settings here to default the invoice journal. So when it's time to actually pay that broker, it will use the invoice journal as outlined in these fields here. Invoice journal approver is the person who's going to do the approval, and then the posting profile here. So once those settings are in place, we're ready to give it a try. So the first thing I'm going to we'll look at it from the sales side. And so I'm going to go to Commodity Accounting, Outbound, Contract, and Sales Contract. I have a bunch of sales contracts in here, but I have the broker fee set up on this contract number 244. When I look at this contract, a simple contract for DDGs, but the new feature here is under the header. So I click on the header tab, and you can see here under the miscellaneous details, there is a broker and a commission rate. The broker now is a lookup field that you can choose to select any broker that's set up as a vendor inside finance and operations. So I have Midwest Marketing set up, and so I use them as the broker for this contract. The commission rate on this is going to be $2 per ton. So any tickets that are applied to this contract, the system will calculate a $2 per ton broker commission. Okay, so the next step is the actual shipment of the commodity. So we're going to go down to Commodity Accounting under Outbound Delivery, and we're going to create an outbound ticket. Now, I've already created some outbound tickets to this Bjorkman Land and Cattle, and so let's take a look at that ticket. This ticket is, in this example, is Distillers Grains. I've got 26.1 tons, and so this is the standard scale ticket recording that, hey, this product has shipped. As of this point, since the ticket is not applied to a contract yet, there has been no broker fees accrued because we don't know which contract and what percentage to use just quite yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and apply this ticket to the contract. And so here's the ticket, number 20. I'm going to select the ticket. I'm going to select the contract, and we're going to apply the contract. What the system now is doing is updating inventory, of course, and also is accruing, making an accrual for the broker commission that would be calculated for this particular load. So let's go take a look at what it did for broker commissions. We can look at those commissions on broker fees under commodity accounting, periodic tasks, broker accruals, and invoicing. So here I can select which broker accruals I'd like to look at. I'm going to pick my location, and my broker was Midwest Marketing. And I'm going to search, and I can see here that I have gotten an additional for my ticket number 20. I have gotten accrual of 26 ton at $2 per ton, which is $52.20. So the system has accrued has accrued for that expense. The next step is to create an invoice for that, a vendor invoice. So I simply select that invoice. Maybe I select more than one, but in this example, I'm just going to select the one, and I'm going to select it under broker accruals. I'm going to invoice, and it is creating a vendor invoice. I'll use today's date. And I'm going to put an invoice number that we maybe got from our broker. And I'm going to hit OK. So now we can see that that has fallen from the list, but I can still see it because I can look at the invoiced accrual list and see here that it has been invoiced and ready to go, ready to be paid in accounts payable. So the next step is, let's take a look at accounts payable. Under accounts payable, all vendors, I'm going to call up my Midwest Marketing. And I'm going to look at my balance. And my balance, as you can see, is that $52.20. So it did create the vendor invoice that sits in finance and operations now and is ready to be paid per the standard accounts payable functionality that comes with finance and operations Dynamics 365. So this same functionality that I showed you on the sales side also works on the purchase side. If you add a purchase commission to the purchase contract, it will also calculate the broker accrual at the time it is applied to the purchase contract. And you can also then invoice and pay that marketing invoice as part of the accounts payable process. The last thing I'd like to show you on this feature is under inquiries and reports. There is an open broker AR report that you can choose the broker. In my case, it is Midwest Marketing. And I will pick the from date, first of the month to the end of the month, and hit OK. So this is going out now and generating a list of all the open AR invoices, which, since I have already invoiced my broker fee, there's none left in the system to show. So that concludes the demonstration on the enhanced broker accrual and invoicing functionality now found in Levridge 2025 R1.